Hey folks, it's Mangrel. We're going to continue working on our Lumenier QAV-S MINI frame. Just a couple of quick little modifications after flying it a few times. First thing we're going to do is install this custom antenna mount that we made. The original antenna mount that the frame comes with is this piece here. It's a very hard TPU, so it's got no give. And the first time we did a small tree pop, which did not go very well, we nearly decapitated our antenna. So we've got a new one made. And the good thing with having your own 3D printer is you can try different designs, different sizes, and all these things. So we got one already perfected and ready to go. I'll link you to Thingiverse where you can print this guy out. It's got a nice play to it, so it'll be more protective and save your antenna from decapitation. Next thing we're going to do is we'll go ahead and swap in our new antenna. No, it's not antenna. What is this called? Camera. We're going to install our new camera. This is the Nebula Pro. So we purchased this guy. We'll go ahead and install him. One thing to bear in mind, it does not come with the cable. So we'll have to modify this cable here to install that. Let's do a quick unboxing of the Nebula Pro camera because this is just the camera. I'll link you up here to where you can see our unboxing of the full kit, which includes a Vista. So this guy, it's a little bit strange because it doesn't use the same backplate as a regular Vista camera, yet they don't give you the cable, and you also can't find the cable by itself. And all you get is the camera, and you get these little screws. And this is why I was saying you have to modify your Vista cable to work with this. So as you probably know, the back is completely different. So we'll have to cut the backing off of our Vista. All right, let's be right back. Let's be right back. We'll be right back. So before we swap the camera, we're looking at 155 grams for the quad. Let's see how much we save. I'm guessing it'll probably be about 5 grams or so. All right, so now that we got our camera out, let's go ahead and take off the back cover. If you don't know how to change the camera cable, I'll link you up here to where you can see how to do that. But we want to get this off so we can cut this away. So this is our first time trying this, so we'll do it together, see what happens. So we'll take off these 2 screws first of all. And then the back cover just pulls off. And then you can use a very small flathead screwdriver to pop the cable out. There are little tabs at the side. Okay, let's get the camera out of the way. So now what we have to do is we need to get this cable out of here, and there's no way to do that because it actually passes through this rubber grommet. So what I'm thinking of doing, and if anyone has a better way of doing this, definitely let me know. I'm going to use a cutter and try to actually cut from here to free this piece. Yeah, because I don't think this is going to fit through. Yeah, you know what? That's how I'm doing it. If you got a better way, let me know. So make sure you got your eye protection on. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. And the good thing with the Vista cable is the back plate's plastic, so it's very easy to cut. Just make sure you don't cut the cable by mistake. So watch where you're cutting. Okay. So I'm just going to cut a little opening. I'm trying to feel at the back to make sure the cable's out of the way. I don't want to cut that cable. Okay, so I think the best way to do this is go piece by piece, so very small pieces. Yeah, so you can see it's coming apart nicely. And it's kind of strange that they don't sell replacement cables for the Nebula that doesn't have the back plate. You only get cables replacements for the Vista, which is the one that we're using now, and also for the regular air unit. All right, so now it's all taken apart. And then we're left with this rubber piece. So we can go ahead and cut this rubber piece. And I want to be very careful. All right. So now we have our cable that's been freed. The cable is free. All we gotta do is take our new camera. And then I'm gonna have to open up the back plate. This one is a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, so now we'll just take this cable, and it's designed to come out the bottom. So we'll just plug it in. Okay. Put the back plate back on. All right, so now we'll go ahead and reassemble and then we'll be right back. All right, folks, we got to put back together and here's how it looks. When you're installing the Nebula camera, make sure you use the shorter of the two screws. There's a longer screw and a shorter screw. You want the shorter one. And we can see here that the camera does sit a little bit further in than the regular DJI camera did. So I suspect we'll get a bit more of the props in view now going forward, but we'll have to do a quick test flight and see how that looks. And before we wrap up, let's do a quick weigh. All right, so we're looking at 151 grams now, and I think it was 155 or 156 before. So we've saved 4 or 5 grams here, kind of as expected. So let's do a quick test flight and see how the view looks now in comparison to before. Here we have the side-by-side of the two cameras. I don't want you to use this for image quality comparison. These were shot in different days. Just focus on the propeller along with the top right corner where we see the upper deck in view. And here I'll leave you with a full flight of how it's been performing after a couple of tuning sessions. So we definitely use the black box feature to do some tuning of the quad. And based off of that, it seems like this setting here seems to be the best for the PIDs. Of course, the PIDs will be dependent on your particular setup and your particular flight style, but this does seem to be flying fairly well. We'll keep fine tuning, but it looks like this probably is the best it'll get.